What's up, morons and gearheads? I, of course, am Blind Mike, back with another edition of Moron Money, where we try to give you the tools to do your own research. It's not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a moron. And if you take your money advice from me, you're an even bigger idiot. So just know that we are just giving you a springboard to doing your own research. Take what you learn here and go out on your own, see what you find, and then come back. Leave something in the comments. Leave a like, hit the subscribe button, tap the notification bell. All of that is a free way to support this here channel. And if you want to do a little more than a free way, we do have a Patreon, patreon.com/blindmike, where you get 2 bonus episodes of More on Money every week, plus the Blind Mike Project and all sorts of other stuff that we do back there. As little as $1 a month, where you just get the live streams that we do, and $5 and $10 tiers as well if you want to check out patreon.com/blind Mike. Now, enough of that nonsense that we have to do up front. Big week in crypto and the stock market, so we'll get to all of that. I'm quite frankly just fed up with Elon Musk's Twitter. It's annoying. It's like we're following an emo high schooler. Ooh, he tweeted a winky emoji today. What does that mean? And then the price fluctuates and people panic and it's all over the news. It's absolute nonsense. So if you've been living under a rock, as they say, then you may not have seen that Elon Musk tweeted Tesla and Bitcoin with a picture of his explanation that Tesla would no longer be accepting Bitcoin for purchases. However, Tesla is selling none of their Bitcoin. I found this very odd. And a lot of people came after me for my conspiracy theories. Even a good gearhead like High Blind Mike came at me and said, why are you questioning this guy? Elon Musk's a fucking genius. What do you think? He's a moron? No, I do not think he's a moron by any means. He's clearly a very smart man, even smarter than me, I might say. But that's not to say that smart people don't manipulate the market. In fact, that's exactly who does. And Elon has a history of this, where he tweets certain things about Tesla. He's tweeted things about Tesla to make the price go down, and he buys more shares. The SEC has talked about investigating Elon Musk for this type of thing. So let's not put it past, Elon Musk seems like a cool guy. And as far as trillionaires go, he seems like the most down to earth. But always be skeptical of billionaires. Never trust anything they say at face value. I think um, even guys you trust, like old friendly neighborhood Elon Musk, they could not be telling you the full truth. And the reason I think that is because I suspect Elon Musk is such a smart guy. This is proof I don't think he's stupid. I think he's so smart that he would actually do some research into Bitcoin before buying it. I don't think he just got excited and said, "Oh, well, I guess I'll buy some Bitcoin today. That seems like fun." And then 6 months in, he says, "Oh, geez, I found out this about their energy consumption." I suspect the guy that runs Tesla looked into that. So the reason I think it's a little suspicious is because we see things like just a couple weeks ago, Jack Dorsey tweeted about how Bitcoin is very green, the most green thing there is. Jack Dorsey's all about Bitcoin, just as Elon Musk was like 3 days ago. And Elon Musk replied to that tweet, true, period. Now, if we react to every Elon Musk tweet, then we have to react to those too, the ones that work against what he says. So it's very weird. I suspect my conspiracy theory is that Tesla will be starting Tesla coin or something like that, and it will be sold as, the most energy friendly coin that there is, because that's what Tesla does. Now, there are people much smarter than I that will argue that Tesla uses more fossil fuels than Bitcoin, and that Bitcoin is very green and would debunk what Bill Maher says. Michael Saylor has gone against it. Now, I said on the Patreon show yesterday that it is a little fishy when all these Bitcoin people say, "Oh, Bitcoin's very green." I've never seen a good explanation as to why. I know they use a lot of renewable energy, which is a good thing. And I saw renewable energy companies tweeting at Elon Musk saying, "No, no, no, not so fast, my friend. We're miners and blah, blah, blah." However, I don't know enough about it. I'm a very stupid man, and I'm not able to, break down all these charts and analytics of energy and fossil fuels and consumption and all that. So that's why I say go out, do your own research, come back to me, see what you find, and maybe you'll completely agree with Elon Musk. Now, Elon tweeted again yesterday saying that, to be clear, I do like cryptocurrency. You just need to find a way to make it energy friendly, environment friendly, which is, again, a suggestion that either he's doing something with Dogecoin or now the price of Cardano skyrocketed yesterday, hit all time highs because people thought that maybe he'd be going to Cardano. There's a lot of talk about Cardano being very environmentally friendly. Um, so that's in part what affected the Cardano price, which is all very, he's one man. I know he's very rich and powerful, and a lot of people like him, and he knows a lot about the environment, and he's done a lot to help the world. But it is one guy, so that shit. I think the crypto market looks very silly. I think it's bad for the reputation of cryptocurrency and cryptocurrency holders because people like Bill Maher and Charlie Munger and these old curmudgeons are already putting the FUD out there that we are all, I guess I can't use that word. We're all very stupid. These crazy millennials that just buy into anything without doing any research. They think no one knows a single thing about Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, and we're just buying it because it seems cool and we want to get rich quick. But if you learn a little about Bitcoin, you realize that it could very well be the future of money. It's inflation proof. There's a scarcity to it, which, and the government can't mess with it. It's decentralized, which means the government can't just print trillions of Bitcoin every year whenever they feel like. So by reacting to Elon Musk the way that we all do, when the price dips $7, $8, $10,000 because Elon Musk hiccuped that day, it makes the entire operation look very silly. So I also think some of it might be market manipulation. The fact that he didn't sell his Bitcoin, I think, is very telling. Well, if Bitcoin's this awful thing, why aren't they getting rid of it? And I know that I guess the answer would be that, I'm just saying we got to work on something. We got to find a solution to this energy. I'm not saying to get rid of your Bitcoin, but just, hold off. It smells like a lot of baloney to me, quite frankly. And I'm sorry to use that sort of foul language, but I get worked up over this stuff. So, keep an eye on that. Do your own research and let me know in the comments what you think about Bitcoin and Bitcoin's energy consumption. If you think the Bitcoin people that defend its renewable energy and its environmental friendliness, like Anthony Pompliano, I've seen him tweeting a lot about it. So follow these guys too, by the way. If you like crypto news, there's a much more up-to-date way than just watching these free episodes on Friday. Follow guys like Pompliano, like documenting Bitcoin, like Bitcoin archives, like Altcoin Daily is a good one. Crypto Zombie. All these guys are very good on Twitter. So give them a follow to stay the most up to date. And you'll come back here in the comments. You let me know what you think. How's that sound? And smash the like button while you're at it. Free way to support the channel. Come on. The other thing affecting the Bitcoin price while we're at it is Binance under investigation by the big boys, the Justice Department and the IRS, looking into Binance. Now, they're not being charged with anything. There's nothing alleged necessarily. This seems like just a kind of a regulatory checkup. They say that, at least the things that I've read suggest that the most illicit activity. So when you take all the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency that has been used for illicit activity, the majority of it that is funneled through exchanges goes through Binance, which seems surprising, but it is the largest exchange in the United States or in the world. Is it the largest? But I believe it's the world. It is the largest. So, and I've repped Binance before. I've said I like what they're doing because it seemed cool that they have digital stocks now. They have Tesla and MicroStrategy and a few others available digitally, which I thought was a cool trend that they were going in. So I liked what Binance was doing. Now, this seems on the surface like it could actually be a good thing for cryptocurrency, because if nothing is found of Binance, then that's great news. That shows that there is sort of a regulatory process, that it's not used for this, you know, seedy underbelly that Charlie Munger will have you believe, and who's the other guy, Peter Thiel, people like that. So, uh, people want you to believe that Bitcoin is for sex trafficking and drugs, which is not the case. It's a very small percentage of Bitcoin. And like I always say, think of the percentage of US dollars that are used for criminal activity. So, you know, there will be regulations brought into the crypto market, that's for sure. But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It depends on how heavily regulated it is. But in order to be accepted, globally or even nationally, then there has to be some sort of regulation. So don't let that scare you. You keep an eye on it, see what they find in the old Justice Department in regards to Binance. And that's all you can do. All we can do is wait. Good news, if you want a little good news in the crypto space, Galaxy, which I'm an Android man. And now on Androids, they are compatible with Ledger, Nano S, Nano X. So basically, what that means is if you have your crypto wallet, let's say you have a Ledger, and that's where you hold your money, you have your Bitcoin in cold storage along with your Ethereum and whatever else you hold. It's smart to keep it on your wallet. Now you can pair that with your cellular device if you have an Android. So, I think that's great news for Android. So, if you're looking into Samsung stock, maybe good for you. I don't know what I that came off the top of my head. I have no idea what Samsung stock is doing. But that seems like it would be a very positive step for them, and it's good news for the crypto world, because it just another like while crypto has blown up in the last, I mean, not even years, 6 months, it's gone crazy. There will be a day in 10 years, assuming crypto stays around, that we look at this period as archaic. Like, remember when we had to use these ledgers, and now they scan our eyeballs and your Bitcoin shows up? So it will seem, like an archaic time, but that is a pretty cool step forward. So my applause to Android for making that addition, and it's just one of the many steps we've seen as far as indication that crypto is not going away. So if you've gotten scared of Bitcoin in this week, I would say you shouldn't be. But if you have, maybe check out Cardano. Now, I'm always hesitant to buy something at an all-time high, but I've been a Cardano guy for a long time. I bought in around 30 cents. And yesterday, I believe it hit $2 very briefly. Now it sits around $1.88 as I record this. So it's around that all-time high area. I'm always hesitant of buying something at an all-time high, because that means it's due for a correction. But I always recommend dollar cost averaging. So maybe get a little taste of Cardano now, and then as it goes down, buy a little more. But think of your own strategy. Look into Cardano. They are adding smart contracts. Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano, tweeted the other day that he's very excited for the Goguen mainnet to launch this summer, where a lot of smart contracts will be added to the Cardano network. We've talked about Africa. I believe 3,500 Ethiopian universities will be added to the Cardano blockchain, which I believe is like 5 million students or something like that. And, in the grand scheme of things, that's a small start, but it is, I believe, a big step for Cardano. So look into what they got going on as well. Tell me if you're a Cardano guy, a Bitcoin guy, or gal, or whatever you are. Leave it in the comments, because I'd like to know how many Cardano people I have. And as far as the stock market goes, I'll touch on that briefly. We are in a downtrend, although today it seems to be turning around. Is this the crash that's coming? So what I've been doing, and you can take this as you will, like I said, compare it with the real experts and see what you think. But what I've been doing is buying slowly back into the stock market. Again, mentioning dollar cost averaging. Um, I've been buying stocks that I like on the way down, only to ride back up with them again. So my typical strategy, and this is what I did last year, um, when the pandemic hit and we, spiraled downwards. I found stocks that I like that I'm very confident will thrive on the other end of this. So, however long this crash or dip lasts, there are certain companies aren't going away. For example, I mean, obviously, Apple, Netflix, Amazon, Google, all of those. And those might be a little pricey for you, although you can buy fractional shares. And remember, and this, I say this with crypto all the time, but it's true with stocks. If you buy fractional shares, like it would be awfully expensive for a lot of people to spend $3,000+ on one share of Amazon. But if you put $100 in to buy whatever point, 0.01, whatever that would be, um, then you earn the same percentage. It goes up and down the same percentage. So that $100 uh, fluctuates along with that $3,000 at the same rate. So don't think of it as the share price. Think of it as market cap. That would turn me away from investing in Amazon more, because my logic would be, how much more can Amazon possibly be worth? It's worth $1 trillion. What is it going to quintuple over the next 10 years? Maybe it will. But so will the dollar, by the way. That's why you have to be very wary of the stock market because of inflation. So, you may put up $100 into the stock market, and that may be worth $500 2 years from now, or 10 years from now, or whatever. But the dollar will be going up along with that. It will be inflating in price. So that's why I'm much more in crypto, because it's inflation proof. However, um, I am looking into the stock market because there's a lot of companies that I believe in right now. It is a very risky time to be buying into penny stocks or small market cap companies. However, there are some that I like. So proceed with caution. Don't just jump into these. Look into them and see if you like them as well. But the ones that I'm buying right now that are down are Remark Holdings, ticker MARK, Nano Dimension, ticker NNDM. By the way, Remark Holdings is a AI company. Them, along with Veritone, VERI, are the two AI companies that I have a little holding in. Nano Dimension is a 3D printing company. And if you listen to someone like Kathy Woods, she not only likes Nano Dimension, but 3D printing in general. There are a few 3D printing companies that ARK Invest have been heavily investing in over the last few months. ARKW, I think, is their 3D printing, or is it ARKQ? I lose track. ARKK is way down, by the way, if you want to look into them. That's another one that maybe the bubble has burst on them, but I'm slightly buying the dip. I bought a little ARKK if you want to check that out. But my point is, Kathy Woods and a lot of other people said the 3D printing space is going to give you a lot of year-over-year returns over the next 4 or 5 years. That industry is going to explode, or so they think. So look into Nano Dimension. Tilray, now that they've merged with Afria, I used to talk about Afria a lot. Now you'll hear me talking about Tilray, ticker TLRY. The merger is finally done. They are down a little bit, but all signs point to them being led by the right management as Irwin Simon takes over, having a hold in the right markets with Sweetwater Brewing out of Georgia and Manitoba Harvest in the organic foods industry. So they've diversified with beverages and food that they can integrate their cannabis into. So I think they're doing all the right things. So looking at Tilray in the cannabis sector. Look into Velodyne LiDAR, ticker VLDR. This is a company that makes the sensors for smart cars, smart cities. They were just flagged by Rutgers University to take on a smart city project happening in New Jersey. Now, it sounds terrifying because they're going to be watching us at all time. This monitors traffic and pedestrian behavior, and it terrifies me. However, if you can't beat them, join them, I say, because we ain't stopping it. So that's the direction the world is going. So if you want to at least make a little money off of Big Brother spying on us, then look into Velodyne LiDAR, VLDR. And of course, there are other companies that people like in all of these sectors. These are just the ones I like. So I would say look into the markets first, look into each sector, and then see maybe there's companies that you like and leave those in the comments. Let me know because there's plenty that I don't know about. And then, the companies you've heard of more that I'm buying in on are right now Twitter, because I hate Twitter as a whole. But Jack Dorsey, well, some people are doing this. Let me backtrack. So Jack Dorsey is a big crypto guy, big Bitcoin guy, as I mentioned. Square holds a great deal of Bitcoin. And what some people do in the stock market is buy into companies that are tied to cryptocurrency and particularly Bitcoin. So, and not just Coinbase, but obviously MicroStrategy, Square, other companies that have been, vocally supported Bitcoin or added Bitcoin to their balance sheet. So a lot of people do that. Personally, I look at it more as diversification. The reason I'm in the stock market is more for diversification purposes. So I'm not buying. I'm just any money that I would put into Square or MicroStrategy. While I like those companies, I've just put that into Bitcoin and other crypto. So, but the stocks might be a somewhat safer play. So look into that. But I like Twitter because I do like some of the things they're doing. It seems like they're trying to get into sort of that Patreon creator content mode, and they're also developing something that's trying to take out Clubhouse and do what Clubhouse is doing with these like chat rooms or whatever they are. So I like some of the stuff Twitter's doing. I don't love all of it, but they are way down in the last couple weeks. So I've looked at Twitter, I've looked at Netflix, which is way down, Tesla, which did take a beating this week, which is again maybe why Elon Musk was tweeting that. Maybe some of his supporters didn't like the SNL stuff, didn't like his association with Bitcoin, and he said, "All right, I got to fix this Tesla stock price. Let me throw some FUD out there and get people back on board with Tesla." But I did dip into Tesla a little bit. ARKK, which I mentioned, which is way down, which might scare some people. So make sure you do your research on that one for sure. And then Penn National. I've talked a lot about Penn National. They're way down in the 70s this week. It may have bounced back this morning, but I think Penn National, anything under $100, I think you're getting a pretty good deal, and I think they will be back. And again, that gambling sector, Penn National and DraftKings being the two biggest, and the two front runners in my opinion, but. That gambling sector is also going to explode. So looking at Penn National, looking at Roundhill Sports Betting, BETZ, which is an ETF. Again, if you want a safer option in that space. Looking at all of those. Let me know what you think in the comments. And I've rambled on long enough. Sunday, on the Sunday episode on patreon.com/blindmike, I will be telling you why exchanges like Robinhood are no good for cryptocurrency. Stay away from those, and I'll tell you why on Sunday. If you want to subscribe to the $5 tier on patreon.com/blindmike, if you subscribe to the $10 tier, you get 2 episodes every week, plus this free episode. But if you want to support the channel in a free way, please hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, hit the old like button, leave a comment. All of those help the algorithm greatly, and I'm looking to grow this channel. So if you wouldn't mind, if you'd be so kind, I would appreciate it. And I'm blind. It rhymes, and it plays to your sympathies. So if you would do that, I would appreciate it. And we'll talk to you next time on More on Money. Until then, keep making those dollars.